It is very surprised that you hear at least a little bit of noises. I don't see and I don't hear even a single voice against all those things. How should be the reaction? As you rightly mentioned, most of the parties are today ruling parties, allying parties. So they are all in alliance with the DMK is a ruling party here, and all these parties are in alliance with the ruling party. So they will never come up against the government.
Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Do you think Narendra Modi and his party are even slightly leaning to this slogan?
It is for thousands of years. It is put in our mind that women are property.
I wish to ask the Prime Minister or his party men what chance you had when you knew all this in the month of December, as per your party person.
You have the right to ask the question. Every individual, every Indian, and every woman can ask the question. You cannot expect a prime minister or chief minister to react as you are reacting.
No, but he reacted for Sandesh Kali. Why not this?
Of course, it is all politics. The BJP, as you rightly phrased, smartly used on their behalf. And the pathetic situation is all the Congress leaders from top to bottom, they given up Mr. Sam Pitroda, and they even I can say they betrayed Sam Pitroda.
Hello and welcome to this week's Pandey Politics. Today we have with us Mr. Rangraj Pandey, senior journalist and CEO Chanakya. Vanakkam and welcome, sir. How are you?
All right, God's grace.
Thank you, sir. We didn't get to speak last week, so quite a few questions from last week. But I would first, as always, like to continue from Tamil Nadu, sir. 104 plus lockup deaths in the past 1 year. There is a RTA that was released. A person from Madurai has claimed and has requested the RTA. And what is happening in Tamil Nadu? And four lockup deaths in the last month of April. Um, the chief minister is holding the police portfolio, and it's just it's just increasing more and more in Tamil Nadu. The lockup deaths. These are issues against which the ruling TMK party vehemently protested, and the media was in full buzz. But Tamil Nadu seems to be very, very silent, both the media, the mainstream media, and people from political parties. Very little noise here and there. But this is a very serious issue. Your views, and why is Tamil Nadu very silent now?
It is very surprised that you hear at least a little bit of noises. I don't see and I don't hear even a single voice against all those things because it is a DMK government. If at all it is a ADMK government, you can see all these things and very certain. See, we have to look what a lockup death is. So we have to categorize this into two. If someone brought to the police station and by police that their third degree treatment was used and that accused loses his life, then it is purely the lockup death. And in many other cases, we have witnessed that police inquiry happened. The person who brought there might face some heart attack, some BP, some tension. Because of that, they may lose the life
Anxiety. Mm.
anxiety on the next day, the other day, on the same night, like that. Of course, this also comes under the third degree treatment, and that will be obviously charged against the police station. But we have to understand the difference, how it difference each other. So, of course, we have to accept that third degree treatment is executed throughout India, not only in Tamil Nadu. I can say throughout the world. It is a global phenomena which is happening everywhere. But it is completely illegal and banned in India. Of course, we have seen many police officers put behind bar for these type of deaths, which they called even murders. And you might be aware when near Thoothukudi, a town called Satangulam, a father and son, Benix and Gerald, were killed because of the third degree treatment. Within 48 hours, both of them lost their life. So, if I'm not wrong, even now, it happened 4 years before. Even now, that police officers are behind the bars as accused, not as convict, not as convict. So, still the case is going on, still the case is pending. But all the police
And
officers,
I could see all media houses at that time speaking only about that incident
but
for
that,
at least
yeah, of
three,
course.
4 days.
And of course, that has to happen. That was a brutal attempt, and we cannot tolerate and we cannot surpass those things as a lighter one. We have to take as much serious as that. The surprise thing is, as you rightly mentioned, whether lockup deaths will happen in police stations. It means yes, it will happen. It is happening everywhere throughout India, throughout Tamil Nadu, throughout world. But what should be the reaction? That comes to my mind first. How should be the reaction? As you rightly mentioned, most of the parties are today ruling parties, allied parties. So they are all in alliance with the DMK is a ruling party here, Congress, DMDK, sorry, Congress, MDMK, both the Communist parties and the VCK, and all these parties are in alliance with the ruling party, so they will never come up against the government. And of course, ADMK is in a weaker position; they want to establish themselves, and BJP in a position to put themselves in the first. So they are in local politics in between the who is bigger one, whether the BJP or ADMK. So they are in inside fight and alliance fight that's going on. So there is less attention focused on these type of things. And the most ironic thing is the media is not giving that much importance to all these things. Still, they are talking about who will win India, who will rule Tamil Nadu. All these type of debates every day they are making it. Every night they are making it, but there is no headlines about these type of lockup deaths. There is no debate about these type of lockup deaths. That is what worrying me more than anything else. The media should be that is called as a fourth pillar of the democracy, and they have to be very vocal, and they have to be they should be treated as a original opposition party, where whichever the party is ruling. But we don't see anything like that. And of course, we have to with all humility, we have to accept, even in Tamil Nadu, most of the medias also having a strong leaning towards the ruling party, which is DMK. Of course, even in that, I will separate the case into two. The managements are in support of leaning towards ADMK and BJP, but the editorial team and the content making team, they are in support of because I am in the field for 25 long years, so I can easily segregate the difference. Staff are on some other side and the management on the other side. Of course, the management will not have any other option than retaining them, because if you want to replace someone, you need other person to replace them. So the most of the media people are supporting DMK. So obviously they are also silent, which is making me more worried.
So another part to it, when we speak about lockup deaths, there is still, nobody speaks about this as well. The police people, their mental health, their stability, the pressure, and the environment in which they are working. It's a very, very stressful job. And are there enough mental health programs or schemes to support them and have them relieved of their work pressures? Because in I mean, rarely, most cases, it's an attempt to, get things done fastly. Sometimes the brutal attacks, I'm not justifying it, but from the police angle, there is also the other side of the coin that we are all missing to speak. But I just want to hear from you. Are these things just, what do you say? Can the impact be reduced? Can the lockup deaths or the treatment, can it be, the degree of that treatment, can it be reduced if proper mental health programs have been introduced for the police?
Mala, you might be aware, I am also from a police family. My own brother was in a department. Uh, even by saying that, we cannot take any excuse that police people are not having rest, they are not having any week offs, they are not able to spend time with their family. All are fact. But just because those things are there, you cannot have a right to kill anybody. So we cannot tolerate that, and we cannot justify that. That is a separate case. This, of course, this may create anguish, agony, and anger among them. So they may be brutal. They may be very harsh and aggressive. Of course, I agree psychological factors, but we cannot justify that by all these things. So lockup deaths are should have zero tolerance. We should never allow that to happen anywhere. Civilized society will not accept these type of deaths, and those people who are all losing their life in lockups, they are all only how to say, they are all not convicts, not convicted by any court. They were brought there only for inquiries. So only the court has to decide whether they are culprits or not, or whether they are innocent or not. Only the court has to decide. So even before they were proven in any other side, if they have to lose their life, means it is completely intolerant one. That's a separate case. As you rightly mentioned, of course, we have to accept all the modernization, all the training sessions, and all the rehabilitation work and everything, whatever they do for police. Those things happens only in papers, not in practical. We can witness that there is no rest. There is, of course, we used to call it as a bandobast duty for the VIPs movement. And you might be aware, last 2 months it was completely election season. So you cannot have any election commission will order something, political pressure will be somewhere, some political parties will have all the rallies and all, two parties will fight in between. So they were having hectic time of their lifetime, and they don't have any relief, any relaxation. And you might be aware, in Tamil Nadu, the police department duty is 24 into 7, 365 days. There is no week off, there is no duty hour. It's all in adjustments. No police officer can claim that I am in rest, I am in home, I am in week off. Nobody can claim at any point. Or even by midnight, if you are called to report, you have to come back immediately. I have seen a lot of persons who will just enter the house and just leave their shoes. Again, they will receive a call, and again they have to move. Even without having a coffee or tea, they have to go back again. So no police personnel or police officer having rest or a week off or a celebration or birthday or anything. There's nothing doing. Of course, we have witnessed a lot of. We had some beautiful police officers who were well trained by United Nations and appreciated by United Nations, like Mr. Pradeep Philip, who was retired now. They all brought lot of new things, innovative things to reform to the police department. But all those things are only in executed only in papers, not in practical. So that creates huge torture to the police personnel, each and everyone. And this is worst ever summer we are facing. Even a chat with a police officer could be a toughest one, because they are completely sweating and standing in the road for the whole day. And of course, they are having very pathetic life, I can say.
Slightly moving on to national politics. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Do you think Narendra Modi and his party are even slightly leaning to this slogan? Save them, with all the sex scandals going on around BJP.
Okay, I think you are talking about Revanna, Bridgewal
Not just
Revanna from.
Revanna. That yeah. Today the Delhi court has pressed charges against Brij Bhushan Singh, the ex WFI chairperson. So
See,
which is not working.
we cannot brush anything against any party, whether it's BJP or Congress. If you mentioned two names from Congress, also, I will say the same thing, that we cannot brush that party in the same color. That the whole party is like that. It is not about. So, Beti Bachao is a slogan of BJP, put forth by Mr. Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister, when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. It's himself. So these type of rapes, misuse of women and their body, it is a very common phenomena among men, not among Indians, not among Tamils, not among BJP, not among ADMK or DMK, or not any other political party. In United States, you have witnessed what happened to Mr. Clinton and his secretary. And you might be aware what happened to Mr. Donald Trump with his cases, and now he is facing charges on those things. So it is about male and female relationship, not about BJP or Congress or whatever it is. It is for thousands of years, it is put in our mind that women are property. Women are like land. You have to acquire, you have to win, you have to rule. That is what told throughout world all along these years. So that is where this type of excess, harassment, rape, all these things happens because of that. It is
No,
male
when
mentality.
no,
It is
I
male.
understand. I understand it's a male mentality, but when a party can react for Sandesh Kali, it took 1 week or 10 days for Home Minister to react, 2 weeks for Prime Minister to react, but they were able to react faster in case of Sandesh Kali, and their own party man, their own party person is brought this out, and he is claiming that he doesn't want BJP to have an alliance with JDS for this specific reason, and you have brushed aside everything. What is that change that you're talking about to people at this time when the election is happening?
BJP has to answer that. My point is, unless until it is proven in the court, we cannot take everything and the same thing as the same thing. What happened at Sandesh Kali? It was a public outrage. It was not happened to any individual. It was happened to a whole village and almost the whole district, and the people were unable to live. Even apart from all the political parties, the High Court of Kolkata that condemned the state government. What are you doing there? If you are unable to maintain the law and order, we will take care of things. We will bring all those things. That was the strongest words from the High Court of Kolkata. So it is not about politics. It is not about particular person. It is not about particular district. It was a public outrage. They were suppressed and threatened for life even. So it came out, and that was reacted as it was reacted and taken in the Manipur case. In Manipur case, when we saw women molested and her modesty was challenged, all those things was not about a individual lady. It was not about individual. It was about the society, how they were treating the women, how they were treating, and how they are reacting, acting in the real situation. So those same type of thing happened in Sandesh Kali. Whereas Bridge Bhushan or Brijwal Revana, in these cases, Brijwal, again, we have to deal everything as case by case. We cannot take everything in the same light. Of course, women's modesty is supreme than anything else, as every individual's life. We cannot take it as a lighter one. But what happened with Revana, Brijwal Revana is entirely different. What happened with Bridge Bhushan is entirely different. There is two sides for all those things. Just 2 days back, when Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi gave interview 2 times now, he highlighted one thing, that as per their own statement, all these things which happened in Karnataka, that happened in their own period. They were all keeping it safe. They were having the videos on their hand. They were waiting for the first phase of election to complete, and they released in the second phase of election. And law and order is a state subject. They allowed Brijwal Revana to escape to foreign, then they were releasing. So they just want to damage the party, not to arrest the person. If at all they wanted to arrest a person, he's a star, he's a VIP, he's a known person to everyone. It's not some XY person that I was seeing him yesterday. Today I'm unable to see where is he. He is a notorious, he is a notable person. So people are aware about his movements. So Mr. Prime Minister's charge is they purposefully wanted to run away from the country and they just wanted to make the politics. That is one part of the.
I wish to ask the prime minister or his party men what chance you had when you knew all this in the month of December, as per your party person. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, that's not something that I can ask you, but
Yes,
that's the question in people's mind, sir.
you have the right to ask the question. Every individual, every Indian, and every woman can ask the question. But we cannot treat the law and order situation as emotional as people think. Law and order issue comes in a different way for different reasons, for different dimensions. So we have to deal things case by case. As I told, I am repeating again, Bridgewell Revana case is different, Bridgebhushan case is different, Santesh Kali is different, Manipur is different. We cannot bust the all BJP, JDS, Congress, Communist, all parties are safe. It is not so. We have to deal case by case. As Prime Minister told, I agree with him in one point. Whoever does it, from whatever party he is, we have to punish them as soon as possible. For that, we have to speed up and technically advance the judicial system. So it is happening now. For last 2 years, this matter happened. Bridgewell Bhushan case or Bridge Bhushan case or Bridgewell Revana case or Manipur. All this happened within 2 years. But you see, you are going to witness it. The end of the case will happen at least 15 years later. By then, we don't know who is who, what is their point, and what. And now we are seeing two things. Today, I saw two news. One lady
In Sandesh Kali.
in Sandesh Kali, one lady is telling that BJP people pressurize her
Yes, sir.
to complain against the particular person from TMC. The same again here in Karnataka also. A same case as one lady came that police personnel were complaining, pressurizing me to give complaint against Revana. It happened in Karnataka. It happened in Sandesh Kali. So that I am telling to you, we cannot get emotional by just seeing news.
Sir, it
We
is
have
not
to.
about emotional, sir. The reason I'm telling you is in both Sandesh Kali and in Prajwal Revanna case, one thing is common. The accused is a elected person. The accused is an elected person and a very powerful person. When the accused is an elected person and powerful person, you need to have that confidence in the system and in the politicians for people to come out and talk about what happened. And that would come, that kind of confidence. Who can give that kind of confidence other than the prime minister of the country, or people who are in powerful position? But if the prime minister himself is very calculated in his move, I know it is election time, but it took 2 weeks for him to talk. So what kind of confidence you're bestowing upon the people of the country to
See,
come out and address these kind of issues?
you cannot expect a prime minister or chief minister to react as you are reacting.
No, but he reacted for Sandesh Kali. Why not this? That's the
That
question.
is what I am saying. We cannot order them, we cannot instruct them, we cannot even expect them to react because what the inputs they have, it's entirely might be different from what we are having. What happened in 2G case? The whole India was shouting against Mr. Raja, who is ex-minister. Now he is acquitted. So all those people who were shouting against Raja will apologize to him. All the media, all the opposition parties, all the political parties, they were all saying that accused that he spent more, at least a year in prison.
Sir,
Now he
no,
is
sir. But
acquitted.
the question from common man perspective, sir. Come on, sir. Say
That
what
is what I
common
say.
man is thinking.
I
Common man will
completely, I
think that you
completely
spoke for
understand your
Sandesh Kali. Why not this?
I completely understand your emotion. As a common man, you can raise the question. I'm not blaming you. I'm not finding any fault on you. But you cannot expect a prime minister to react then and there. For instance, just 24 hours back, we lost 9 lives in Sivakasi in Tamil Nadu for when the fire broke in the fireworks company. Uh, Prime Minister reacted after President reacted. So Tamil Nadu Chief Minister reacted, opposition party reacted, LOP reacted, Congress reacted, President even reacted. Only as a last person, Mr. Prime Minister reacted. So do you think that he has very least interest on Tamil Nadu people's life and all? You cannot expect everyone to react as and when you are willing. So be and what inputs you have towards a particular incident might be different from what I have about the same incident. So that is where we are believing in trusting the system. That is where we are relying on the courts. We have to wait. If at all, whenever immediately you are charging someone, he should commit suicide and you have to hang him means that is not going to work. Whether it's Sandesh Kali, whether it's a Brijbhushan, whether it's a Brijul Revana, or even Manipur. So all these cases, we have to wait. We have to listen to other side. See what happened to Ajmal Kasab. We have seen on our naked with our naked eyes that he was shooting everyone. We have video footages, people are eyewitnesses whether, but we arranged a lawyer to him to counter his own sides, to express his own side. Later the judgment came. So it is not about that you have seen and hang him immediately. It cannot happen. Whatever it is, whoever it is, we have to. That's what I said about the 2G case. That is the best example I can ever give. So what we have seen is the right thing, and Prime Minister reacted that we cannot tolerate whoever does it from where whichever party it's. That is the right thing we have to see. Just because they are in alliance with the JDS, he cannot support. He won't support. If at all he is trying to support, he will lose.
The question is, why did he have an alliance even if he knows before? Because his own person is telling that we informed the high command about that. That's what is raising questions. But having that aside, how do you think this is going to affect the political? What is the political impact of such issues, sir? Bridgebushan issue or this issue?
Do you believe that there is a political party which doesn't have even a criminal case or even a criminal on their own side, even some convicts on the, is there any party in whole country or whole world? I'm even I can ask about United States or United Kingdom
Nowhere in
also.
the world. Nowhere in the world.
Then if somebody is accused
No,
for
but
some
but
cases,
the current
let me
political
complete.
emotion. Sorry,
Let
sir.
me complete within 60 seconds.
Sorry, sir.
If somebody is accused for some cases and you cannot have alliance with the party, I don't think any logic behind that. The case is about individuals. He has to punish not even his brother, not even his father, not even his grandfather. His grandfather is he was a prime minister of this country. So you want to punish the grandfather? We are ashamed that you are the prime minister of this country. Your grandson is accused like this, so you commit suicide and don't come to politics and get away from all these things. No, if that Brijwal Revanna is an accused, if he is convicted, he has to face the music. Not even his brother, not even his father, not even his grandfather. Then how you are talking about the alliance? Those things are politics. What
Exactly.
happened in Sandesh Kali? What happened in Manipur? Manipur, the BJP was the ruling party. When these type of procession with harassing and challenging the modesty of women happened in Manipur, the BJP as the ruling party of the state should take the responsibility. And whether you are changing the government or you are changing the chief minister, that is what the right demand is, not political, but responsible, because you are running the government and law and order is the state subject, right? You are getting it. Why people are blaming TMC, the Trinamool Congress party? Because they were supporting. Again, the High Court of Kolkata asked the same question: why this government is supporting an individual for his crimes? After all, he's an individual. Why are you backing him up? The court asked the government. That is what the wrong thing. Reacting in 2 minutes, reacting in 20 days, that doesn't make any difference. What is your stand? What is your stand on? That makes the difference. If at all
It
he
shows the
support,
intent.
see, when you doubt, that itself shows some intention. But that is what I'm saying, that we have to deal, being a journalist, we have to deal these things without any emotion. We have to see, as I told you, in Brijwal Revanna case, it is between two different parties. Congress is ruling there and JDS party guy is accused. In Manipur, the government is accused. The government is responsible because riot happening for months and months and months, and government will not take any responsibility. That we cannot accept. That is what the same. And Sandesh Kali was mourning, and the Trinamool Congress was supporting that accused person. That is where it was brought up the public light. Here it is not the case. People were not, nobody from BJP supporting Brijwal Revanna. Nobody, not even a single person. People may say that I was aware 2 days back, I was aware 20 days back, and people are saying that there is more than 2,000, 3,000 videos. Nobody knows how long it was there, and we have to put him under the justice, and we have to make the trial as soon as possible, and we have to bring justice to the all women who were affected.
Sir, as you rightly said, no political party is free of people who are charged against or committing issues or committing crimes. But every political election will have uh, a scenario that turns the election. So my question about both Brij Bhushan issue or be it Prajwal Revanna is how far this issues, and people know that no party has 100% tolerance, or no party is having people with 100% clean records and everything. But how far this issue, when the elections are happening, is might impact BJP, because and again it's still the southern part of Karnataka elections is all over, so we only have Uttar Karnataka, I believe, and I think that's also almost done.
Have you
But how
seen?
far?
Have you seen any party taking these issues other than people in Karnataka? That too, as you rightly said, that too, the one part of Karnataka. So this is not going to be an election issue. Rahul Gandhi ji is not taking. He's a Congress leader. His party is ruling, because immediately people will ask, law and order is a
What's
state
your
subject.
government?
You are ruling there. How you allowed him to fly away? So you are being irresponsible and blaming all things and others. So obviously it will go. So no political party will take this issue other than Karnataka political parties. That too in separate path. And I don't see other than a particular constituency where their family is stronger. Other than that, none. That's not going to make any difference, because the party cadres who vote to them, they will obviously loyally vote to them. As the same, but Congress people, cadres will vote to Congress, JDS cadres will vote to JDS, BJP cadres will vote to BJP. And common man, who is neutral man, he will think that we have to vote for the central government, not on the basis of Brijwal Revanna or Brij Bhushan or Sandesh Kali. These are all things which is happening here. But now I am going to vote for a prime minister who is going to rule me for the next 5 years. So political cadres will vote for their own party. Neutral people will think about this thing. All the people, including the political cadres and the common man, will like to see the accused are brought to the light, and they face the music.
Thank you, sir. My last question. The recent controversy created by Mr. Sam Pitroda and on his comments of African, white, uh, whatnot, Mongolian race or the Chinese race from the east, Mohammedans from the west, and it's literally, the entire country is reacting to it. Do you really think the intention with which he spoke has been completely smartly, I should say, smartly, politically smartly handled by the opposition, or do you think he really made a miscomment?
I have watched his comment on that. It was very common one, and I can see if you search the same type of statement might have told by all the political party leaders, including BJP, in the various times, because he was not undermining anyone. He was just talking about the variety we have, even in food, even in skin, even in culture, even in costumes and everything. After all, the next line, what he was saying, after all, we are Indians, we are together. I don't have any hesitation to go to Madras and Chennai and have some idli and dosa. I might be from Gujarat or I might be from anywhere, but I don't have any hesitation to reach to Chennai. People will think that I'm an Indian. They also will have welcome me. And so he was completely talking about the unity in the diversity. The diversity, what it means, that is what he was meaning. So, by skin, by color, by food, by culture, and by even the face, look and feel, everything, we are completely different. Each race is completely different, and we are together. So that is what told in Tamil Nadu, in Tamil, Vetrumai, Otrumai, English, unity in diversity. That's what it, of course, it is all politics. The BJP, as you rightly phrased, smartly used on their behalf. And the pathetic situation is, of course, BJP utilized in the right way. That has to do in that way only. Of course, after all, it is politics and election season.
Political party.
You cannot leave any stone unturned. You have to try everything. The irony is the reaction of Congress. All the Congress leaders from top to bottom, they given up Mr. Sam Pitroda, and they even I can say they betrayed Sam Pitroda, and they leave him, and they asked him to resign, and he was forced to resign. And Mr. Jairam Ramesh openly tweeted that we completely disagree with that. We have to see two, three phases. People were talking about how Congress party can compare South Indians with Africans. That is what the major question they were raising. By raising this question, do you undermine the Africans?
Exactly.
Do you undermine the color? If somebody calls me, I'm black.
Oh, I'm reminded of Honorable MP Mr. Dayanidhi Maran. Are we the lower class people?
No, that is a separate case again. That's a separate case, not from.
No,
No, we cannot.
that's again undermining the
No,
caste, right?
no. That was a blatant and straight insulting of a case. He raised the question: are we people from scheduled caste that you asked us to stand, and you never gave a seat to us? Are we from scheduled caste? That is what his question is. That sense, that means he thinks scheduled caste people need not to give a seat. You can ask him to stand, and you can inquire them by you are sitting and asking them to stand. So that is what his mindset was. That was entirely wrong. But I don't see a wrong intention with Mr. Sam Pitroda by saying this. But when the twist happened politically, of course I will say that a smarter one, not a crime. And you have to twist all those things that, as you know, in a lot of things in CAA, there was not even a single line against Indian Muslims, but it was completely portrayed in another way. In three farmer laws brought up by India, there was not even a single line against the farmers, and it was portrayed in some other way. Prime Minister never told that he will put the 15 lakh rupees in every individual's pocket. He never told, but the charge is still going on. Like that, lying in public and twisting things in election season, that is very common in this scenario. I am not wondering, I am not surprised about BJP's twist. They are very smarter people, as many times told. Say they are 365 days politicians, not the part-time politicians. They are 365 days politicians, 24 into 7 politicians. Right from Mr. Narendra Modi, from Mr. Annamalai, everybody used to think politics round the clock, so that they are winning again, and again. The Congress people are unable to set a narrative and unable to counter those people's narrative. They are running again, and the BJP is chasing and the Congress is running. No, not even a single Congress leader stood with Sam Pitroda. By criticizing Sam Pitroda, you are insulting the Africans. By criticizing Sam Pitroda, you are insulting the color. They can take that stand. But there was nobody. Of course, that is the position of Congress. As I told in many interviews, Congress is not even aware why BJP is winning. They don't even know why they are losing. When you don't know the cause, you cannot find the remedy.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for taking time and patiently explaining it to me.
Thank
Thanks
you
a
very
lot.
much. Thank you.